the size, I think there was, not quite as of recent, but I would say a year ago, people were saying, will the size will it be spacious? Will it be pokey or not? But you could easily fit a family in here, 100%.
Yeah. Was it 3,411 square foot, isn't it? So you've got more than enough space, over 3 floors.
Yeah.
We've had a look around before we started the podcast, haven't we? And very impressive.
Even the bathrooms are what impressed me the most. Honestly, the finishing in the bathroom, like even from the maid's room bathroom, which is amazing quality. Kitchen, every single piece of equipment in there is amazing.
The terrace and the upstairs as well, very good size. Yeah.
Even the way they've done the garden as well, landscaped the whole garden looks amazing as well. And this is one of like what people would say is a smaller plot, one of the smaller ones. And this is, it's very livable.
Hello. Look into my eyes. The past 20 minutes.
Anything you need on tours?
Hello and welcome to that tilal ghaf podcast. We are on episode number 9. We've had a bit of a change in scenery this week and this month, I should say, in the Twin Villa show home.
Yeah, it's nice to have a change, isn't it? Change of scenery for once from being in the office.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
And thoughts on the show home?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're all
exceeded
surprised.
expectations.
It has, yeah. The finishing's been, more than I expected. And very, very nice.
Hello guys, so today we have an exclusive look inside the Aura Twin Villa. The villas are handing over in June 2024, so let's take a look. So the villa is 3,411 square foot built up area. It could be a 3, 4 or 5 bedroom layout depending on what the owner selected. So upon the entrance we have an electronic door system. So instead of a key, you will actually have a keypad here. So that will all be controlled through your app as well. So you can even set a temporary keypad. If somebody wants to enter the villa, then you can set a code to last for 10 minutes whilst you're away, all from the app. So upon entering the villa, we see we have a very open plan living space. We have floor to ceiling windows, letting in a lot of natural light. Some of the optional upgrades include the home automation system, which controls the lights, the curtains, and even the thermostat as well. So if you come around here, another optional upgrade would be the media wall, which can be chose to be built in directly from the developer. That can all be selected directly from the app. I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but if you take a closer look at the quality of the materials that have been used, you don't see this very often in townhouses. This is top tier. They've got the metallic finish. It's not cheap at all. They haven't cut any corners. So this can all be upgraded directly from the app, which for me, it's a no-brainer, to be honest. It gives the house perfect finish and directly from the developer, they know the perfect specifications to make it look seamless. And so finally, for the downstairs of the house, we have the laundry room. This is actually part of the optional upgrade package as well. So this is basically all the fixtures which separate everything that you need and makes it look really seamless. Also the elevated washing machine, which is a nice touch. And we have the guest powder room downstairs as well. If you take a look, you can see the attention to detail in the design. So we're now in the kitchen of the Aura Villa. The first thing that hits you is the completely seamless finish of the integrated kitchen appliances. The fact they're integrated, it really gives a beautiful finish compared to if you have to put your own appliances in and there's small gaps either side. So that is a very, very nice detail. All the kitchen appliances are Siemens. And there's some optional upgrades as well. We have the water filtration system under here, which will feed the taps with still water and even sparkling water as well.
So, as you come up to the first floor of this Aura Twin Villa here in Tilal Al Ghaf, depending on which layout options the current owner has picked for their particular property, you will always find 3 bedrooms on this particular floor. As you can see, we're now here in the master bedroom in this twin villa. And as you can see, it comes with the curtain pelmets, as Jackson mentioned, downstairs, along with a small balcony and the walk-in wardrobe as well. So, as you can see in this walk-in wardrobe here in this Aura Twin Villa, the quality and the finish really is second to none. In addition to this dressing table, you'll also find the ensuite here with a walk-in shower and double sink. And also as an upgrade, you can have an additional storage space just behind the toilet. Before stepping into the 2 smaller bedrooms of this Aura twin villa, you're also able to opt for this upgrade, which is the wooden staircase shelving, open it up into the large open hallway, which also can be doubled up as an office space. As for the first of these 2 smaller bedrooms here in the Aura twin villa, this particular room has actually been converted into a lounge area. Commonly, you would find a wardrobe space here, but due to the fact it's a show villa, they've moved it into a lounge area just to give it a separate look. What you will always find in every single room here in the twin villas is a fitted wardrobe space, a terrace and balcony area, and an ensuite. So no matter whether you pick the 3, 4 or 5 bed layout, you will always find these 3 things in every bedroom.
So here we are in the Sky Suite of the twin villa. This is the live option. I'll show you around. There is the bedroom, the ensuite, built-in wardrobes, and a wraparound terrace. In the bathrooms throughout the whole twin villa, there is collar products used throughout.
The attention to detail and everywhere that you look, from the floor to ceiling windows, it's the best quality.
Yeah, for sure. And the size as well, the size, I think there was, not quite as of recent, but I would say a year ago, people were saying, will the size will it be spacious, will it be pokey or not? But you could easily fit a family in here, 100%.
Yeah. Was it 3,411 square foot, isn't it? So you've got more than enough space, over 3 floors.
Yeah.
We've had a look around before we started the podcast, haven't we? And very impressive.
Even the bathrooms are what impressed me the most. Honestly, the finishing in the bathroom, like even from the maid's room bathroom, which is amazing quality. Kitchen, every single piece of equipment in there is amazing.
The terrace and the upstairs as well, very good size. Yeah.
Even the way they've done the garden as well, landscaped the whole garden looks amazing as well. And this is one of what people would say is a smaller plot, one of the smaller ones. And this is, it's very livable, very nice.
Obviously, it is a show villa, but it gives people that have maybe bought in Aura, an idea of what they can do, what they can expect, and
because when you come into a villa and it's completely vacant, it's sometimes hard to imagine.
It
can look smaller as well,
Yeah,
but when you see what can be done with the space. And this area here, like where the open living area is very wide and gives such an open living space to the house.
Yeah,
so
it does.
Best mention as well. Obviously, there's a couple of layouts for Aura, isn't there? Yeah. This particular twin villa is the closed kitchen with the bedroom in the Sky Suite.
Yeah.
So a 4 bedroom in total.
Yeah. And the bedroom on the Sky Suite is massive.
I would have that as my master bedroom.
Yeah, I would as well.
Yeah.
I think so. It's the biggest out of the 4, isn't it? And other than the
and then when you wake up, you've got the terrace and you've got the whole view of the community.
Exactly.
I would have that as the master.
Yeah,
for sure.
Really, really nice.
Okay, cool. So in terms of handovers as well, so you're probably the man to speak to about Elan, aren't you? Since you've been looking yourself.
Obviously in terms
struggling, aren't you?
It's been a bit of a nightmare, not going to lie, trying to find an actual unit for myself, with the fact that, there's around about 97% of the units that have given the keys to the owners now. And I think they've said 75% of them are moved into. So you can imagine how difficult it is, whether it's end users or landlords that have already found tenants. It has been a bit of a nightmare for myself.
The demand's been so strong. When I have a client come to me and say, look, I'm looking to buy a 3-bed in Elan or even rent, you can call every owner that you know.
Have sold and rented already.
Yeah,
right? So
the demand is crazy, but it's just shows, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think obviously just to touch base on Harmony as well, as I'm sure most people know, Harmony 1 is handing over the 30th of January. Some people have already got their keys already, we've been told.
Yeah.
But the majority of people should have moved in by sort of end of February.
Yeah, it's not long at all, is it? 6 weeks or so.
Little voice crack there.
Glad he said that.
The snagging photos and everything from clients that we've seen who have gone to go do the snagging, it looks amazing.
Again, size-wise good. Obviously, some people opted for the upgraded floor plan as well to add that slight bit of extra square footage. And extend downstairs and so, but
again, people were looking at the key plans originally, and a lot of people were questioning the size of the plots. I've seen videos from the smallest plots in Harmony, and
generous, aren't they?
Yeah,
and just to combat that as well, the bigger plots you can easily have entertainment, a pool, anything
you want.
Yeah, anything you want. I mean, even some people probably would have seen this as well, but the 4-bed in Elan, where it had all the landscaping done, remember? And
that video,
the outside, which even for the 4-bed on the Elan, just there's so much you can do with the space, right?
It's crazy how much it changes the whole look of it when you look at it when it's just a sand pit in the garden compared to when it's landscaped.
Yeah.
It looks so much bigger if you use the
100%,
space correctly.
Yeah.
It really transforms the villa.
And just going back on obviously the video that we've seen in terms of the walkthrough of Harmony 1 with one of the owners sharing the home orientation, that's exceeded expectations as well, isn't it?
Well,
the
I
quality, the
bumped
finish.
into one of the owners down at District, and he said he'd just been for the snagging, and you don't always see owners happy after they've completed the snagging. You know, they say, "Oh, it's nowhere near ready." He said to me, "I'm so impressed with the quality that I've gone to go and do the snagging, and people are already saying it's doesn't really need
It's
anything
just minor
done."
changes,
Yeah,
really
very
minor
small changes, and that's rare.
It is,
rare
you
to
don't really
see.
get it anywhere, do you?
No, even across the world, that's rare. So it's the construction team are doing a very good job.
Sure. Just to go back to District as well, I know you mentioned that you met a client there.
Yeah.
So we've been going down there every Friday morning, haven't we? 9 a.m. to 11. It's pretty much done now, right? I think that the gym is the only
obviously
thing left to open.
in terms of that gym, I'm sure a lot of people will already know. But Fit Code is the gym that they've obviously got into the retail, the District.
You've signed up already.
I have, yeah. I'm excited. But in terms of that, obviously it's open on the 1st of February, and I'm sure we'll probably see a lot of people down there.
I think I need to join as well.
You've been talking about joining a gym for too long.
I know, yeah, well, it's true. But yeah, in terms of what else is down there, I know we touched on it last podcast as well, but do you want to reel off exactly what they've also got? Starbucks, they've got the burger restaurant.
Yeah, that's now open. I think last time we spoke about it wasn't open, but that is open now. You've got the Astor Pharmacy.
Yeah, barbers.
Yeah, the barbers. You've got the Carrefour, which is, I think we got a fact sheet earlier that was like 22,000 square foot, so it's quite a...
It's kind of like an upmarket Carrefour, isn't it?
is.
You go in and it's got like such a nice feel to it.
It has,
You know, like the other Carrefours are kind of big supermarkets, but this kind of like it's got
everything
really
you
nice.
need though. It's a massive supermarket and it's ideal to have within your community, isn't
On
it?
the doorstep. Yeah.
So, but I think other than that, other than the gym, that's pretty much it, isn't it? In the District.
That's all that needs to.
Yeah.
The mosque is being
well.
built, so the mosque will be completed in a couple of months as well. And then once, like you said, once the gym opens, the mosque finished, that whole area is going to be complete. So, and then they can do the final touches, the entrance roads and the roundabout. Put the what was it called? Is it like a statue or something in the middle? The statue in the middle of the roundabout.
The monument sort of thing.
Yeah, the monument, just basically the finishing touches. But that'll make it look really nice.
I think every week that we've gone to the retail hub as well, it's just got more and more busy, right? It's more of a community feel every time you go. There's more people there. I've bumped into clients that have sold or and moved into rental or vice versa, I should say, and that own in Elan or buying in Harmony. And it's just there's a lot of the community already around the District Hub, right? So
real positive feel, isn't there, as well? Like everyone you speak to, we've spoke to quite a few people as well who've told us about the different events they've been putting on there.
They had National Day, didn't they? Festive Day.
I think they had quite a few people down there as well, didn't they? I think 1,500 or so.
1,500 for the National Day.
Attendance, which is crazy.
I mean, it's nearly double Elan.
Yeah.
916 or so in Elan units wise.
Exactly.
They've got 1,500 in the community. It just shows it's a proper family community feel, isn't it? And
they had like the Christmas event as well. So obviously they include all religions as well. So they've had they've done stuff for Diwali, Christmas. Christmas they had like an Elf on the Shelf concept for all the children.
First of its kind, isn't it? It's not really been done before.
No, you don't see that anywhere.
I think what they were saying as well, that they're getting the community involved as well, aren't they? You know, people tagging Tilal Al Ghaf on social media, getting the children involved. And I think, what was it they were doing for the Diwali?
They were giving out the arts and crafts.
Yeah.
So this all costs a lot of money as well. Exactly. You have to think that they're giving back to the community, but it's not free. It's expensive, but that shows that they're really trying to make everyone happy within the community. When they've already sold the villas, they've already sold the villas.
And this is all just with Elan handed over as well.
Yeah,
so imagine
so much to go.
When the whole community, obviously, by the end of next year, really, there should be a massive portion of communities handed over. A lot of villas and townhouses and the twin villas. So it's time will tell. It's only going to get better, right?
Yeah, like we say, it's the beginning really, and it's made an impression on us, and I think a lot of owners already so far. So, like I say, it's exciting, especially over the next few years.
Yeah. And new launches. I think we briefly mentioned Pledget 32 on the previous podcast, didn't we?
We spoke about it. We went to the event.
We went to the event, yeah, that was it.
Down at Drift.
And as I'm sure a lot of people probably know and realise, that pretty much sold out straight away. So they had the 4 water bungalows and then the 28 club villas, pretty much sold out. And then they have Amara, which is launching this month, right?
Yeah, I think people have started already registering interest and providing checks, etc. But again, these are, I think we mentioned 116 units. Very similar to the club villas in Pledget 32. But in terms of
right?
Yes, so in terms of location, it's just in between the RGS school and the Elan community, isn't it? So, but yeah, very exciting. I think I've seen an elevator in the units. You've got a steam room or a sauna room. You just don't get that in many places, do you?
Crazy. So that's on the plot of land just next to District, right?
Yeah.
Near the school, and District's going to have its own large park in the middle.
Very accessible community, really, isn't it?
And prices, so we've been told that 7.25 will be the starting price, and square foot built up area is starting from 4,900 built up into just above 5,000, right?
Yeah.
Starting prices, yeah. But like we say, there's still some of these units available direct from the developer. So if anyone is obviously interested, feel free to get in contact with us. And
the prices are in line with everything else in the community at the moment, price per square foot. But obviously the benefit of buying one of these is you only need to put down 20% plus your land department fee as well. But it's,
you're in the community then, aren't you?
Exactly. You're in the community, only 20% in, and then you have the payment plan to continue after that.
A client of mine who owns in Harmony, he sold his Elan through me last year. He actually said to me the other day when I was speaking to him about it, he said they've priced it perfectly for the market. The quality is so high. Price per square foot is still low. Still low in comparison to
others.
And if you look at the quality, like what we're seeing here, each community they're saying is a step up in quality. But if this one's coming with your sauna, your steam, your elevator as well, then it's
and I mean 5,000 square foot, still very, very generous. It's bigger than Harmony. For the 4 beds unbeat anyway, and even the 5 bed standards. But granted, you're getting over three floors, but like you say, the luxury, the quality, and
the materials used.
It's just
the same with the twin villas. I mean, I know we've just touched on it, but they've gone to no expense, right?
No,
I think that any of us would be happy to move in to one of these, and hopefully I'm going to get one actually.
Well, that's the goal, isn't it? Since coming in here, we've said could do with one of these.
Okay, last and not least, transaction prices and what we've seen over the last month or so.
Yeah, so there's still been a lot of transaction, isn't there? Still a lot of activity within the community. Harmony, we've seen a bit of a jump in the prices naturally as it comes to the handover. A lot of sellers, it hasn't handed over yet, but a lot of sellers have been accepting mortgage buyers on a longer MOU contract, and that's pushed the prices up closer to 6.5 to 7, roughly around there. I think you sold the most expensive one, didn't you, within the community?
Yes, it was to a mortgage buyer. Obviously, they haven't transacted yet. It was a bit of a longer contract, but it was above 7.
And they basically took a view on it. Right, we know these prices are going to rise to this level. We might be the first one taking that step, but we don't mind because we know in the next couple of years it's going to be worth a lot more than that.
When the community becomes more established as well, isn't it?
Everyone's under the same impression, right? The prices are only going up. Obviously, if prices stabilise, fantastic. It's good for the community, but with the quality, the community feel, it's only going up. Right?
Elan prices roughly quite stable, aren't they?
They've been quite stable, but I've seen a couple of maybe 3 beds as well that have gone for around the 3 million mark now. Whereas before we were seeing 2.7, 2.8. Don't get me wrong, you are seeing still a few of them units transacting at them prices.
I think it's the vacant ones, isn't it? When you get a vacant one now, because
people
most of them are rented, so getting a vacant one is more valuable now. Which before they were all vacant. Aura Gardens is pretty much in line with that as well.
Very similar now, isn't it?
A little bit below. The 3 beds 2.7, 4 bedrooms 3.3, 3.4. Twin villas roughly 4.5.
I mean, we're in it, so we might as well touch on it, haven't we? But I know there was one that transferred, I think it was yesterday or the day before, 4.7, which is up there with one of the highest transacted prices.
The highest was 4.8, wasn't it, on the park?
So again, it gives you an idea of where the market is.
And if you compare the twin villa now to similar products in the market, similar products in Dubai Hills, you're looking probably between 6.5 and in club villas, one just sold at 8 million. So if we're still only at 4.5 to 5, there's still a lot of room for growth there.
I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's it, lads.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. Please
thanks
subscribe
thanks to Majid Al Fatema as
Yeah,
well
really
for
appreciate it.
arranging
Shout out.
it, allowing us to do the podcast in here
Very
today.
exclusive podcast as well, isn't it? So we're very,
exclusive.
very appreciative
Yeah.
of it.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching,
Cheers,
everyone.
guys.